morning, MPC, at sa ating mga bisita. Kasama na natin si Undersecretary Joel Egco ng Presidential Task Force on Media Security. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Yusek Rocky. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Malacañang Press Corps. It is my pleasure to deliver this opening statement on behalf of Presidential Communications Operations Office Secretary Martin Andanar, also the co-chairman of the Presidential Task Force on Media Security. Following the gruesome killing of radio black timer Dindo Generoso in the morning of Thursday, November 7, no less than President Rodrigo Duterte, through presidential spokesman Salvador Panelo, ordered authorities to act with dispatch in bringing his killers to justice. In a matter of hours and in quick successions, two of the suspects in the attack were arrested on the same day, namely Teddy Salao and Glenn Corsame. In record time, the next day, charges of murder were filed against Salao and Corsame and two others, namely Roger Rubio, the alleged gunman, and Tomasino Aledro, who have since been in hiding. This morning, we are pleased to announce that Rubio is now in government custody. Caving in to mounting pressure due to an intensified manhunt, Mr. Rubio, unfortunately an active personnel of the Negros Oriental Provincial Mobile Force Company, gave himself up to his commanding officer, Police Lieutenant Colonel Judimar De Leon, at around 6 o'clock in the evening of November 13. This is the outcome of the close coordination and careful yet thorough cooperation between the PTFOM Secretariat, headed by yours truly, and our dedicated team of investigators from the PNP Region 7, led by Police Brigadier General Valeriano de Leon, who is also with us today. Good morning, sir. Together with the Dumaguete City Police Station, headed by Police Major Jesus B. Mesahon. The success also includes the full support and significant participation of Police Lieutenant Colonel Wilfredo Alarcon Jr., OIC of the Dumaguete City Police Station, and Police Colonel Julian Entoma, the Provincial Director of the Negros Oriental Provincial Police Office, who are also with us today. The series of investigations and the filing of charges are a course of action that further proves and solidifies the administration's commitment to stamp out impunity against members of the media. The administration, through PCOO and the PTFOMs, shall continue to go after and hold accountable to law these perpetrators of media killings and violence in the Philippines, regardless of who or what they are and why they did it. Ladies and gentlemen, before I see the floor to General De Leon, I'd like you to witness the fact that Mr. Rubio is here with us today and is undergoing further investigation in my office. Okay, ikaw si Rubio? Sige, tanyo nga sa opisina. Then tuloy na investigation doon. Sige, okay. Active. Okay, also joining me on the table is my new Chief of Staff, the new Chief of Staff of the PTFOMs, Attorney Clark. And now I'm going to turn over the floor to you, sir, for your statement.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We were just required by the Presidential Task Force on Media Security to present the Corporal Rubio, the primary person of interest, considering that the evidence, he was implicated in the evidence we gathered in the course of the investigation. Thank you.
May question na MPC? Joseph? Microphone, please.
Sir, how do you know that he's the gunman? Yung circumstances lang. And a little more background on his position now.
Investigation. No? All right. So with us is Colonel Alarcon. He headed the investigation, no, in Dumaguete City.
First name, sir. First name.
First name, mistake.
Police Lieutenant Colonel Wilfredo I. Alarcon Jr., sir, the officer in charge of Dumaguete City Police Station, sir.
So yung question niya is, paano na-identify siya?
We have gathered the information. We have identified Patrolman Roger Rubio based on the information that we have gathered on the cell phone na na-recover namin dun sir sa kay Teddy Salaw. Teddy Salaw has been arrested immediately after nung hot pursuit operation. Then during the arrest, he was arrested for violation of 10591 because approaching pa lang yung operative natin, sir, nang about to draw his gun. So he was ang trabaho lang sana namin, sir, is tatanungin siya regarding the incident, and yet may initial violation na siya na yung binunot niyang baril niya. Then immediately we take effect on the arrest sa kay Teddy Salaw. Then after doon na investigation has been conducted, legal naman yung pag-arrest sa kanya, violation for 10591. Then doon na nakita namin sa cellphone niya, immediately the search has been conducted, sir.
Okay.
What did you find in ano po nakita natin dun sa cellphone na para sabihin natin na he is the gunman?
Nakita doon sa cellphone, sir, nakita po natin yung conversation nila between Teddy Salaw, and yung nakapangalan doon sa cellphone is Roger Rubio PNP. Then walang immediate na conversation regarding ng mga papatayin, but on the circumstance na coming na ako diyan, papunta na ako diyan, magkita na lang tayo dito sa area na ito, dito pa kami. In Bisaya language yun, sir.
Pero wala pong direct text saying may papatayin, may utos, that I'm done with the job, walang ganon?
Initially, sir, doon sa nakita namin na pwede natin na malink na significant doon sa insidente is regarding doon sa nagpagawa ng plate number na nagpapagawa si Roger Rubio. Isa yun sa mga significant na mga text message doon na nabasa namin. Then kasi doon sa na-recover namin na sasakyan is different plate number na ginamit doon sa conduction sticker after we have verified doon sa Highway Patrol Group na binirify rin nila sa Land Transportation Office namin.
Sir, si Colonel Rubio, hindi mo siya umamin?
Right now, Joseph is still being investigated. In fact, that's the reason why I asked General De Leon. No, nandiyan sila sa office ngayon, inibisigahan ng ating mga agents and our lawyers. Kasi since day one, no, nung mangyari ito sa Dumaguete, kami na agad ni General De Leon magkausap. Sabi ko, sir, ayan, may instruction na tayo talaga, no, na habulin lahat yan. Kung sino man naman sagasaan na natin. At ngayon, ongoing, Joseph, yung investigation. So, there are a lot of things pa na hindi natin masasagot until after we have concluded the investigations. Kaka-surrender pa lang kasi nito eh. Ilang tracker teams yung humabol sa kanya? 5? 5 tracker teams yung pinalakad natin para matrace siya. And then, I believe when he felt the pressure, then he gave himself up to his commanding officer.
Sir, last na lang for the police and for you. Sir, motive?
Yung motive kasama yan sa inimbestigahan natin. Initially, we were looking at 3 maaring work-related, or it may be also involved in politics or in a land dispute before. So, nawala itong si land dispute. So, doon umiikot ngayon, either politics or work-related or both. Kasi itong si Mr. Generoso, to give you a background, yung kanya pong program is a black time program sponsored by the Dumaguete City government. Ang tinatakil niya dito usually puro developmental programs. So, binabacktrack natin ngayon kung ano yung mga binanatan niya, sino mga binanatan niya, sino mga posibleng magkaroon ng interest, no? Kung sino makikinabang kung siya mamamatay. So, ongoing pa po lahat ito. We're still giving them all, the right to due process. Wika nga, no? But what is important is that the 4 of them have already been formally charged with libel. Libel, sorry. Murder, sorry. Naano na ako ng mga medyo. Murder. Naalala ko yung libel
so,
case.
so you have how many individuals na may murder? Tatlo with murder.
Murder, yung apat, no?
Ilan yung hawak
Si
niyo?
Teddy
1,
Salaw,
2, 3.
si Glenn Corsame,
Teddy
si
Salaw, Glenn Corsame, itong
Tomasino
si Rubio.
Aledro, and itong si Roger Rubio.
Allegro. Di ba at large yung Allegro? Pero siyempre finailan nyo na.
Apat sila.
Okay,
So, Friday pa lang yan, last week na file na sila.
Alright, thank you.
Okay, Julie?
General Dayan, yung nung nag-backtrack kayo dun sa suspect, did you find out anything derogatory sa kanyang record? Or kung kailan ba siya nag-enter sa police force, may naging kaso na ba siya before?
Yeah, he was recently demoted from his rank, and meron siyang kaso sa ombudsman. That's the one that I'm trying to study. Kasi merong kaso ito noon involving the same nature. And so
Murder din, sir?
hindi ko pa nakita yung case. So I requested Negros Oriental to provide me the circumstances behind the case.
Sir, you said that he was demoted before.
Opo.
Gano'ng katagal na yun, sir? Was it recently?
Parang mga 3 or 5 years ago. I just have to, I don't want to speculate, no, pero
So, hindi siya rookie na police kasi patrolman lang eh. He's definitely not a rookie.
ano?
Hindi siya rookie na police.
Matanda ng
Hindi siya,
matanda na siya
medyo
police.
matandang police na to, so to speak. Okay.
Terrible.
Sir, tawag dito. I may have missed it before. May witness ba na nag-ID sa kanya as the gunman?
witness na nag-ID.
Sa ngayon, wala. That is we observed the procedure of investigation. It was based, the chief of police of Dumaguete based his case on the conversation, yung time nito, yung oras nito na nag-uusap sila. And then naputol yun. So, tulad ng sabi ko, he will have a day in court. I think the prosecutor accepted the case. Depende yung appreciation nila dun sa ebidensya. And if witnesses will come out in the open in the future, baka ma-connect na natin yung dots.
Tapos sir, sorry to ask this, pero syempre, he's an active policeman. So medyo pangit pong tignan sa image ng PNP na merong active policeman na pwedeng involved sa isang murder ng isang periodista. Your sentiments po, should the public consider this an isolated case na ang isang police ay involved sa ganito?
This actually is very isolated. That's why I requested USEC Egco to treat this with utmost yung dignity namin, dahil naging person of interest lang siya, primary at that, because of the conversation that they had before, no. And considering that Corsame was also a former police, so
Retired policeman.
dinudugtong pa natin ito. Yung ibang ebidensya which we want to hold for the meantime, pending na nasa korte na yung kaso.
So sir, just to clarify, is he a suspect as in like the gunman or he's only a person of interest?
He is already he's charged in court, no? Tinanggap na ito. Kaya lang regular filing. At pag merong mga direct witnesses, it will strengthen the position of the Dumaguete City Police.
So sir, ano siya? Nasa RP How ngayon? Ganon?
We will issue the order, no, kasi kaso-surrender lang niya. At administrative proceedings will also be conducted para masagot niya ito.
Okay. Sir, ang tanong ko lang po, hindi po ba pinagbawal na po ng PNP yung pag-present ng suspects sa media?
Hindi natin present. The Presidential Task Force on Media Security directed us to bring the living body of the surrendered person para po maimbestigahan din nila personally. Aside from the investigation being conducted by us.
Nasa office sila ngayon.
Tina?
Alright.
Question?
So why daw living body are we so much concerned about other operations na may namamatay?
Warm body.
Kung mali tayo, no, baka pwede na lang nating yun. Kasi sa amin kasi sa terminology ganun yun eh. Hindi pwede na kasi mag-usap ngayon through internet, through Viber. So dahil ni-require ito ng ating Presidential Task Force to conduct their own investigation, baka meron pa silang mga inputs na hawak na makapagdugtong ito. Sa amin, based on the evidence that we had, we charged him in court at bahala na in court na i-appreciate yung mga ebidensya na sinabit natin.
May question?
Thank you.
May tanong pa kaya, PC? Ina?
Sir, yung isang suspect si Mr. Aledro is an
Yes.
alleged gambling lord. Does that have, are you looking into that angle?
Yes.
Does it possibly involve that?
Those reports have reached us, no, as early as last week. In fact, we exchanged notes, no. Remember na when we conduct our investigations, hindi lang po yung PNP yung habang gumagalaw sila, I also ask around yung mga colleagues niya, yung mga people very close to him, so para ma-profile yung mga nabanggit na pangalan. And lumabas na rin naman yan, na mention na namin na talagang may connection dun sa gambling, whether that's illegal or not. Basta yun lumabas sa amin. In fact, swertres yata yun. Ganun.
And Mr. Generoso, because I'm sorry but I've not monitored his shows, but has he been attacking any gambling operation in the area?
That's one of the subjects of our investigation na binabacktrack natin. Binanatam ba niya yung mga gambling operations, sabong bayan, or whatever. So, kasama po yun sa ating tinitingnan ngayon.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, no more? Alvin?
Kay General De Leon or kay Yusek Egco.
Yes,
sir, nagtatapos na po ba kay Rubio yung pag-iimbestiga o baka may mas mataas pa sa kanya?
Again,
Nasa likod.
let me have the liberty to answer that, no. Maraming information kasi dumating, no. But we have to follow where evidence leads us, where the pieces of evidence are leading us. So, nagsishare naman tayo kami ng information, tapos binavalidate yan, bine-verify, no, para ang ating intention dito is to have an airtight case against them, no. So, ongoing pa po yan, Alvin. So, yan yung mga in-explore pa natin. Not only sa kanya, kasi maaaring i-deny niyan or whatever, no. So, tuloy-tuloy pa rin naman yung ating effort.
Okay.
Yusek, isa pa. Yusek, pwede other matters lang.
Sige.
Kay General De Leon. General De Leon,
PNP.
tuloy pa rin ba yung tokhang nyo doon sa regional office after ng statement ni VP Robredo na gusto niya palitan yung Oplan tokhang eh?
May intention pa lang si drug czar natin, no. Until we receive a direct order from our high headquarters following the chain of command, siguro doon tayo But meantime, the tokhang, there's nothing wrong with the tokhang naman eh. We just we want to ensure that those who were in the list are no longer engaged in illegal drugs.
So tuloy pa rin, General?
We have not received formal instruction from the PNP hierarchy for us to suspend the conduct of tokhang.
Okay, no more questions? Tina?
Sir, once and for all, can you give us your side on the issue of the death of Clarin Mayor Navarro? Kasi while he is on the narco list, the president had misgivings over the killings. Parang maling mayor daw yata ang
It is a welcome development when the president issued orders for NBI to take over the investigation, considering na kahit anong ilabas ng police na investigation, it will spare us from impartial from bias outcome of the investigation.
So the Central Visayas Command, what is your state position on this case?
As I have said, we welcome the development and we subscribe to the order of the president. But any information leading to the solution of the case, we will provide the lead agency to further validate the information.
Okay.
Okay, no more questions?
All right. Thank you.
Okay, no more. Thank you, MPC. Thank you, Yusek.
Thank you very
Egco.
much. Thank you, Yusek
sir.
Rafi.
Okay, thank you. Back to our main studio sa People's Television Network.